Everyone, it is August 7th at 11 p.m. And I have been fasting almost 24 hours now. I like to fast every time there's a significant date. And when I was a kid, I used to love Bon Jovi. One of my favorite of his hits was "It's My Life." But another one that was a little bit mysterious to me was August 7. And I thought he was singing about a divorce in his life because when he said 4:30, I thought that was the time that the judge had signed off on the divorce. I used to love to watch court TV, and I knew how the court system worked. They always announced the date and the time, and I thought that was what it was. And only very recently did I learn it was a much more tragic event than that. And so August 7th sticks out. I'll probably break the fast tomorrow because I'm already feeling a little bit symptoms from it. And also, I want to fast on August 9th because on August 9th, 2000, one of my I used to love to watch Survivor, and unfortunately, my favorite contestant, Colleen Haskell, was voted off of the island, and she ended up starring in a movie. And so I'll probably fast in honor of that. And what else is coming up? I'll let you guys chime in if there's a big anniversary or birthday or anything coming up. I do 24-hour fast pretty regularly nowadays. But every time I do this, I feel like a big weight has been lifted off of my shoulders, and usually by the time I get 16 to 18 hours under my belt, the thought of I wish I could never eat again, or I wish I could eat once a month or once a year comes to mind, especially once a year. I'll let you pause the video to think about why there would be benefits of eating once a year before I discuss why I thought about that. Okay, the big benefit of eating once a year, well, assuming COVID-19 passes, is that I could go to another country and eat my calories where the food might be a lot cheaper and where there might be a lot of interesting variety, right? What immediately comes to mind is to go to Gdansk, Poland, where food is like a quarter of the price, right? I remember my first time going to Poland. I had just competed at a computer Olympiad in the Netherlands. And then I went to Poland, and I went to a grocery store in Poland, and I looked at the prices, and the numbers on the prices, they seemed very cheap already. But I thought those numbers were in euros. And I went to the cash register. I was like, oh my God, this is Polish Zeit. This is like a quarter of what was already cheap to begin with, right? And it makes me wish that I could fast most of the year and then go there and eat a big meal, right? I mean, I do it to some extent when I go there, but not a whole year's worth of calories, right? More like a week's worth of calories at best, right? But even if I could eat once a month, that would really simplify my life. I might not save money, but it would simplify a lot of things, right? I mentioned earlier how a lot has to go into cooking meals. Even when I drink beverages, a lot has to go into the thought process, right? Here's a bunch of unsweetened tea, and when I'm fasting, caffeine really helps. This is a Zevia natural soda, and how much caffeine does it have? 45 milligrams per 12 ounces. But I really miss it when I was in Taiwan and when I was in Macau. I think China has it too. They have a tea. It's oolong tea, and a 2 liter like this, if I remember correctly, has 2 grams of caffeine in it. And I was drinking 3 of these every day, and it usually helps me get over the jet lag when I go to Taiwan. But even, as you can see, even consuming beverages really consumes my desk, my mental process, having to carry things around. I mean, I like to exercise a lot, right? In between, I do a lot of tutoring, but now it's through Zoom, right? But in between sessions, I'll go for a walk, and then I'll have to think about what I need to pack, right? And I got my I have music on my cell phone, and obviously just in case anybody needs to reach me, and then the beverages, and then the passport for going into any public place here in 2020, right? And what else? Sometimes something to help me fidget on the road, right? This is one of my favorite games. It's called 100 Floors, where you got this character who's running across. Yeah, actually, I bought this in Gdansk, Poland. Speaking of I was in Gdansk. They don't have outlets in their trains, and I was taking a train ride from Warsaw to Gdansk, and I needed something to keep me occupied. Anyway, you get the idea. Not having to eat just completely erases one big barrier in your daily civil life, right? Because there's just so much going on, right? And obviously, if you're out in public, you got to take your mask off to eat, and I'm not terribly worried about catching COVID-19, but obviously sometimes people give you a dirty look. If you're walking down the sidewalk, you got your mask off so you can munch on chocolate or whatever it is, right? I love dark baking chocolate, or even a bag of potato chips or whatever. People just give you a dirty look, depending on the circle of people that you're around, right? Anyway, it's really liberating, right? I talked about in my last video how even just going on a trip to the theme park or to a movie theater feels a whole lot better when you're not consumed by what you're going to eat next, right? Or alternatively, instead of going to Gdansk to eat that big meal, maybe if I fast during the trip to Gdansk, that might free up some of my time and energy to do something else, right? I don't know. I tend not to think in that regard, but I'm sure it would have some benefits too, right? Anyways, just some food for thought. Tomorrow I'll probably break the fast, because I do want to fast on August 9th for Colleen Haskell, even though it's been 20 years. I can't believe it's been 20 years. I don't think she was even 20 years old at the time. So, alright, I'll talk to you guys later.